Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here with Alicia's Life. I'm back with another review of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 7, Episode 2. Let's get started. So Episode 2 starts off with Lisa Rinna and Kyle Richards driving Kyle and Mauricio's new Lamborghini around Beverly Hills, just chit-chatting about the party the night before. So apparently Lisa Vanderpump and Kyle Richards and Dorit all went out for hamburgers or cheeseburgers after the party because they were so hungry. And they're just chatting about whether or not they'd seen Lisa Vanderpump before the party, and Lisa Rinna said no. Next, we move on to Lisa Vanderpump, speak of the devil, and she's riding her horse at this horse equestrian center. And are you guys really feeling this whole angle Lisa's taken on with her love of animals? That's good that she loves animals. I just feel like it's a little put on. I mean, every season we have to see her with a new animal. I mean, we get it. So they are interspersing the scenes between Lisa Rinna and Kyle talking about the party and Lisa Vanderpump and Ken talking about the party. And so Lisa Vanderpump's perspective is that Lisa Rinna was taking a dig at her at the party, saying that she was influencing Dorit, which maybe she was or wasn't, who knows. And Lisa Rinna saying that, you know, she's lost a parent, she has a different perspective now, she's in a different place. So in Kyle's confessional, she brings up the concept of forgiveness and how Lisa Vanderpump has to, if she forgives Lisa Rinna, she has to forgive Eileen. And what I'm wondering is, what exactly is she forgiving? I mean, yeah, she got her feelings hurt because they accused her of something that maybe got taken out of context, but I mean, if it's a real misunderstanding, are you really holding a grudge? Like, I feel like they're making it too deep. I mean, something was said last season. Maybe Lisa Vanderpump did not specifically use the word Munchausen's, but it was clear they all did talk about her illness, and maybe Lisa Vanderpump did say some slick things, and who knows, and Lisa Rinna was really trying to hold her accountable to that. I don't think that Eileen and Lisa Rinna just set out with this vendetta against Lisa Vanderpump. You know what I mean? I don't think it came out of thin air. I think that obviously something truly happened, and now Lisa Vanderpump's trying to get out of it, maybe. And the other two are just like, look, let's just drop it, move on with life. We've lost parents. It's over. So it's odd to me that they're acting like Lisa Vanderpump is the victim who needs to forgive them. You know what I mean? It's almost like they all just need to let it go. Aha. So it seems that Dorit was brought on to be an ally to Miss Lisa Vanderpump. So she's telling Ken that no matter what happens with the girls, if they start telling her things about Lisa Vanderpump, she's not going to believe it because they have too many friends in common for too many years. That sounds like somebody who has something going on in the background where she feels she needs an ally and she's got someone who's going to be on her side no matter what. So either she really does dirt and she's thinking that this lady's going to just have her back regardless. I mean, it's just fishy, right? Let's all take a bet on how quickly Dorit throws Lisa Vanderpump under the bus. People love the fame of the show, so is that called a false sense of security? She might have it. So now we move on to Dorit. And I'm not really warming up to her. She kind of is coming across as sort of an airhead. Is anybody else getting that vibe from her? Her parents are in town. They're Jewish. They have found a Jewish bakery that has everything they need. And she's lived there for 2 years and has never found it. And her mother says, I just Googled it. And so I don't know if she's putting on an act or if she's really kind of ditzy, but she really sounds like it. And now she's focused on this birthday party her husband's throwing for her, and she acts like maybe she's a control freak. She acts like he's incapable of doing anything. She's kind of micromanaging it from the background without even knowing what's going on. And if I'm being honest, it's kind of irritating the fact that she has this accent because you know it's not legit. I mean, she's from Connecticut, and good for her. Her husband has an accent. Maybe she's trying to adopt the accent. Maybe she thinks it gives her more class or makes her more interesting, but it just seems fake to me. Well, it looks like Dorit was right about her hunch of getting a car, and her husband got her a Bentley Continental car worth $230,000. It is beautiful. It is a rose gold color, the white leather interior. It is so beautiful. Oh, cool. We're on to Eileen. I love the behind the scenes at The Young and the Restless. I love that show, even though I don't watch anymore. That was kind of cool. The Young and the Restless is doing a celebration of their 11,000th episode. So they're interviewing all the actors about their memories and that kind of thing. And so Eileen Davidson, she started in 1982 when she was 22 years old. I was not watching back then because I was not old enough to watch it back then. So we get to go with Erica Jane as she goes to pick out her background dancers for her latest tour or concert, whatever. And those women are like contorted contortionists. They dance their butts off. Next is a cute scene with Lisa Rinna and her two daughters, and Amelia is making some really delicious looking zucchini pasta dish, and they're talking about Delilah going to New York next month or next week or whenever to do her modeling. So that's pretty exciting, and it sounds like she had a consultation with Cindy Crawford, so that's really cool. Now see, the guests are arriving to Dorit's party, and there is a long hill up to get to where the festivities are. They have golf carts to get the people from A to B. See, Kenya Moore should have done the same thing, knowing she had this long, dangerous driveway where they could have fallen off into the ditch on either side of it. She really should have planned ahead and respected the fact that her people were coming dressed up in heels. And they have staff that are serving drinks and hors d'oeuvres as the people wander around and mingle, as it should be. So take notes, Erica Jane. You gotta feed the people. It's a party. Dorit looks so young for 40. I mean, doesn't she look like she's in her 20s? I mean, I don't know if she's good genes or good docs or whatever, but I mean, it is really hard to believe that she's turning 40. I like Lisa Vanderpump's little IG Magini hair bump she's got going. It's really cute on her. So more people are arriving at the party. Kyle has shown up with Mauricio, looking beautiful in her red dress. Lisa Rinna has shown up with her friend Lana. And Lisa Vanderpump was there talking to Dorit earlier. And it is a super awkward interaction between Kyle and Lisa Rinna, because Lisa Rinna is trying to be pleasant and Lisa Vanderpump still has this chip on her shoulder and she's being really standoffish and unnecessarily cold to Lisa Rinna. And I'm sure that Lisa Vanderpump is probably assuming that Lisa Rinna is the one who is having the problem with her. Just as she said that Eileen Davidson was cold to her at the party, and they showed a flashback of Lisa Vanderpump with her back to Eileen Davidson, who was really trying to be a part of the conversation. So I think that Lisa Vanderpump is projecting her own issues onto these women who seem to be trying to move past the situation from last season. So that's interesting. Eileen Davidson shows up and she and Lisa have this weird, cool conversation. Eileen, she's very cordial to Lisa. She's not really giving her any emotion. She's just but she's coming across sincere to me, in a way. So Lisa Vanderpump says she's sorry. And Eileen kind of waits to see, sorry for what. And Lisa Vanderpump says she's sorry that she heard her mother died. And she heard 2 days ago. So I'm thinking, okay, I don't know when this party is, what month. But we found out last week that her mother died around March. So I'm sure some months have gone by. And she's maybe, like I said, I don't know when the party is. But it's very interesting that Lisa Rinna's dad died first in January. So unless there was some apology in between the seasons, it's odd because she hasn't really said anything to Lisa Rinna about her father passing away. It's just a strange dynamic. I don't know if Lisa Vanderpump is trying to disarm Eileen, because she was just saying the lady was cold to her at the party before, and now she's apologizing for her mother passing away. I mean, and she should have, anyway, she said she just found out 2 days ago. That's probably why she didn't bring it up at the party for Erica Jane, because that was supposed to have been a week before this one. So I don't know, y'all. This timeline, who knows what's real? Who knows what's the truth? We're just going to keep watching to see. Question for my fashionistas out there. Erica Jane shows up in a t-shirt that she says just came off the Moschino runway, and she's throwing shade at Dorit for not knowing this. But if the invitation says stunning, at the end of the day, it's still a t-shirt, right? I mean, who cares whose name's on it? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Because it's not stunning. I think Lisa Vanderpump needs to get over it. I mean, she's ruining the vibe. I mean, she's totally on edge. She's super sarcastic. She's bringing down. Everybody else is, trying to have a good time at this party. And she's just rude. I mean, I get that you were hurt last season, but you need to move on. These ladies are not actively coming for you, so you need to let it go. Lisa Vanderpump is the worst. And I love Lisa Vanderpump, but she is just, I mean, wow. She will really take a grudge to the grave. And I remember she said way back when the series began, she was easygoing, didn't hold grudges, whatever. I mean, but gosh, she's on the dance floor in this awesome lounge that Dorit's husband put together. That was the other part of her birthday surprise. They turned the backyard into this awesome Buddha lounge. It looks amazing. So they're on the dance floor. Lisa Rinna comes over, trying to make light of the situation, dancing with Lisa Vanderpump, and she wants to have this heavy conversation about what happened in the past. So finally, Lisa Rinna apologizes, and Lisa Vanderpump is like, "Oh, great, we can move on now." And I'm thinking, it's a new season. Let it go. But you know what? These people don't know what's going to happen. I guess they come to the first season or the first episode of this next season kind of with their defenses up because they're not really sure how it's going to play out. So maybe Lisa had her back up just waiting to see if there was going to be more daggers coming at her. She probably didn't know what to expect either, if I'm being, fair. So I'm happy there was an apology. I hope we can move on and let's get to some new stuff. Did y'all catch that weird comment from Erica Jane? They're all at the party, and PK is talking about 2004 to 2007 were his years of excess, where he was partying, doing a lot, and he would have died. And he said that Dorit has been like his salvation. Like, I guess she gave him a new lease on life and whatever. He's turned over a new leaf, and he's living and happy because of her. And so Erica Jane says, whatever works for you. Like, real indifferent, like. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of an odd response. What did y'all think of that? Did y'all hear her say that? Kind of strange. Like, is she, I don't know, jealous? Mad? I don't know. Weird. I mean, what is her problem, y'all? I mean, she's still kind of going in on PK. We're not stupid. We know what banter means. It means the same in American. Like, why is she on edge? I know they had I don't even think that the whole dress comment came up at the party. I think that was just a confessional thing. So I went back and rewound it when Erica Jane arrived, and she actually came in with a funky attitude, and Dorit never said anything to her about her dress at all, and she greeted her really warmly, and Erica Jane said, "Thank you for having me," and then she gives her her gift, and she said, "Here, I got you something small, and if you don't like it, you can return it. Here's the receipt." And that whole exchange, the whole way she presented the gift and presented the receipt to me, even watching it the first time, I was kind of shocked, like, why is she kind of like attacking her? Like, it's weird. Like, they, as far as I know, at this point in the season, they haven't had any interaction besides at Erica Jane's party, and I don't remember anything going down that would warrant this type of hostility coming from Erica Jane. Now, come on, Lisa Vanderpump. You keep trying to hide behind this British humor thing. You're not the first English person we've come across. You're not being funny. You're actually being rude, and you're trying to pretend like it's a joke. I mean, it's just like Kyle said in the beginning. She stabs you and then says it's a joke. We know the difference. We are familiar with British humor. Several of us really do enjoy it. So I think you need to lay that card down and quit using it because it doesn't go. It doesn't work. Okay, in my opinion, Lisa's joke about Vince, Eileen's husband, being seen in the corner with his head up somebody's skirt might have been funny if it had been anyone else other than Vince. Because given their history, it's actually not funny. So I think it fell flat because of who it was directed at. If she had said it maybe about any other woman in the room, it might have been hilarious. But didn't work. Didn't work. Wrong target. And y'all aren't even good friends. Why would you joke like that with her? Wow, that speech that PK did for Dorit was beautiful. It was the sweetest speech ever. Well, it looks like Eileen has Vanderpump's number. She had the same sentiment about this quote-unquote British humor that Lisa's trying to sell us. We're not idiots. Oh, she's just really rude, and she's trying to hide behind the fact that she's from a different country. Doesn't she know the United States is full of immigrants? We got millions of people here from millions of different countries, and we can get along with them all. So don't act like we are just unaccustomed to getting along with people from Europe, because that is not the case. So you need to get over it, Lisa Vanderpump. Next week looks interesting. That's the end of this episode. I feel like it wasn't boring, but I really think that it's kind of hard to review the show or talk about it as it goes along because it makes the show very long, and I'm used to just kicking back and enjoying it. And so recapping it as I'm watching it makes me have to pay too much attention to it, and I'm not used to that. So we'll see how long I keep these reviews up. But anyway, guys, I hope you're enjoying them. I'm trying to make them interesting, even though I'm over here bored out of my mind. So let me know in the comments below what you thought about tonight's episode. And I'm going to keep going as long as I can. So I'm very interested in knowing what you thought about tonight's episode. Did you think Erica Jane had a funky attitude towards Dorit? And where do you think it comes from? It just seems like it came out of the blue. So I don't know. It looks like the lines are being drawn. Lisa Vanderpump is still against the other two, Eileen and Lisa Rinna, even though they both have tried to move on with her. So we'll just see what happens. We're going to keep going. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you soon. Bye.